Hey guys, we're talking about decoding champagne labels, and today we will talk about how different proportions of grape varieties that go into making of champagne can actually impact the quality and, more importantly, the style of the champagne. Now, we all know that champagne can only be used on sparkling bottles of wines that are made in the Champagne region, which is in the northern part of France. And most of you now also know that champagne is made from only three grape varieties are allowed to be used in the making of champagne. They are Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Meunier. Chardonnay grapes in the making of champagne is also important. It is the grape variety that gives freshness, the aromatics, the perfume, the talc-like perfume that you get, which is so signature in a champagne. All of that mostly comes from the use of Chardonnay grapes. The Pinot Noir, of course, gives the body, the depth, the fruity backbone, little bit of textural sort of a component to the blend. So Pinot Noir again is very, very important in the blend. And the Meunier just acts as a great blending partner to both Chardonnay as well as Pinot Noir to add a bit more of those fruit intensity and aromatics to the blend in a champagne. Now, whilst these three grape varieties are used in differing proportions in making of a champagne, and stylistically they sort of differ depending upon whether there's more Chardonnay in the blend or there's more Pinot Noir in the blend, and so on and so forth. Sometimes champagne can also be made with the use of one or two of these grape varieties. So for example, have you ever noticed the word Blanc de Blanc on a bottle of champagne? I've got a bottle here with me. They come the champagne from the Taittinger house, and this one has the word Blanc de Blanc written on it. Now, what does the word Blanc de Blanc mean? Blanc de Blanc actually means white of whites. What that means is that this champagne has been made with the use of only the Chardonnay grapes, because only the Chardonnay grapes are white in color. The other two are black grape varieties. Now, when the champagne is made with 100% Chardonnay, guys, it'll have a complete, stylistically, it'll be a different version. It has a very different and a unique expression. The Blanc de Blancs are normally livelier, they are crisper, they're often much drier, they are very lifted, very aromatic, they have that distinctive talc-like perfume, and most importantly, they are extremely age-worthy. Now, just as Blanc de Blanc means white from white, the word Blanc de Noir means a white champagne made with the use only of black grape varieties, because Noir stands for black. So Blanc de Noir is generally a blend of champagne which is made either 100% from a Pinot Noir or a Meunier, or maybe a blend of both these black grape varieties. So the style of a Blanc de Noir is very different as compared to the Blanc de Blanc. For one, it's much fuller, it has more body, it has more depth, it has a fruity backbone, and there's sometimes you even get aromatics of like red strawberries or red cherries coming through, vis-a-vis a Blanc de Blanc, which would be more lemon, apple, more tart-like, and sometimes even stone fruit, but nice white fleshy fruit. In a Blanc de Noir, on the other hand, you will get more cherries, strawberries, raspberries, some of that sometimes coming through. But what is distinctive about a Blanc de Noir is it is generally, upon aging, much more smokier. It tends to develop more mushroom-like flavors as opposed to buttery and toasty sort of flavors. So stylistically, Blanc de Noirs are much heavier, much fuller, much more textured, and therefore there are some consumers who really prefer a Blanc de Noir to a Blanc de Blanc. So everybody has his own style. That really leaves us with some middle ground, which is what is a rosé. Now, rosé, of course, because of the color, pink wine, also is made from the use of black grape varieties in case of champagne. It may be made exclusively from the use of Pinot Noir or a blend of Pinot Noir and Meunier grape. But a rosé is, in the world of champagne, is made in a very unique way. It is actually made by blending at the base wine a rosé with a white wine, and that's how you sort of create a rosé. It's also made through another technique called the maceration technique, where the skins of the black grapes are kept in contact with the juice for a relatively short period of time, and as soon as there is some leaching of colors and the winemaker feels that okay, now we've achieved the desired level of color in the rosé that he's looking for, he will bleed off the juice, and that will leave you with a lovely pink Rosé Champagne. Now, in the world of champagne, guys, a Rosé Champagne is invariably always priced a little higher than just a brut or white champagne, and that is because it's generally considered more romantic, it's more celebratory, there's no difference really. It's not that the production methods are more expensive, but it's just from an imagery point of view, the Rosé Champagne enjoys a place of romanticism and sophistication and elegance, and therefore they tend to fetch a slightly higher price. Having said that, guys, all of champagne is great because, as you know, champagne is the wine for the kings and the king of all wines. So whether it is stylistically a Blanc de Blanc that you're enjoying, or a Blanc de Noir, or a Rosé Champagne, champagne is a wine for all seasons, not just a celebratory wine. And I hope you're going to enjoy a fantastic glass of champagne sometime soon. Cheers.